Larry Page was born on March 26, 1973, in East Lansing, Michigan, into a highly academic family. His father, Carl Victor Page Sr., was a computer science professor, and his mother, Gloria Page, taught computer programming. Growing up surrounded by technology, research, and academic discussion deeply influenced his intellectual curiosity and shaped his early interest in how information could be organized and accessed efficiently. Unlike many entrepreneurs who discover technology later in life, Larry Page was immersed in computers from childhood. His home was filled with computers, magazines, and technical discussions, creating an environment where questioning systems and improving processes was encouraged. This early exposure laid the foundation for his analytical mindset and his belief that technology could solve large-scale problems affecting millions of people. Larry Page's childhood was shaped by an unconventional and intellectually stimulating environment. His parents encouraged creativity, independence, and experimentation rather than rigid rules. This freedom allowed him to explore ideas deeply and develop confidence in challenging established norms, a trait that later defined his approach to innovation and disruption within the technology industry. Schools played an important role in reinforcing his curiosity, but Page often felt constrained by traditional education systems. He preferred hands-on learning and problem-solving over memorization. This dissatisfaction with conventional structures later influenced his vision of creating tools that empowered individuals to access knowledge freely, efficiently, and without unnecessary barriers. Larry Page had access to computers at a very young age, a rare privilege at the time. By age 6, he was already interacting with computers, learning how they worked rather than just using them. This early familiarity helped him develop an intuitive understanding of software, logic, and systems thinking long before entering higher education. More importantly, Page viewed computers not as entertainment tools, but as problem-solving machines. He became fascinated with how machines could store, process, and retrieve information. This fascination directly influenced his later obsession with search, efficiency, scalability, and the idea that organizing the world's information was both possible and necessary. Larry Page attended the University of Michigan, where he earned a degree in computer engineering. During this period, he explored diverse interests, including music technology, transportation systems, and large-scale data structures. His academic projects reflected a strong inclination toward ambitious ideas rather than incremental improvements. At Michigan, Page also developed a habit of questioning inefficiencies in existing systems. He was less interested in following predefined paths and more focused on redesigning them entirely. This mindset later became central to Google's philosophy. Instead of improving existing search engines slightly, Page aimed to reinvent how information discovery worked. Larry Page enrolled at Stanford University for a PhD in computer science, where his most influential work began. At Stanford, he focused on the structure of the World Wide Web, analyzing how web pages linked to each other. This research would eventually lead to the creation of PageRank, the algorithm that powered Google's search engine. Stanford's collaborative environment was crucial to Page's development. Surrounded by top researchers and entrepreneurs, he was encouraged to think big and pursue disruptive ideas. The university not only provided technical resources, but also a culture that normalized, turning academic research into world-changing companies. The creation of PageRank marked a turning point in Internet history. Larry Page proposed ranking web pages based on the number and quality of links pointing to them, treating links as votes of authority. This approach was revolutionary compared to keyword-based search engines, allowing more relevant and trustworthy results to surface, fundamentally improving how users accessed information online. PageRank reflected Page's belief that structure and relationships mattered more than surface-level data. By mathematically analyzing connections across the web, he transformed chaos into order. This algorithm became Google's core advantage, enabling the company to outperform competitors and establish itself as the most accurate and scalable search engine of its time. Larry Page met Sergey Brin at Stanford University, a meeting that would change the tech world forever. Initially, the two clashed intellectually, frequently debating ideas and challenging each other's assumptions. However, this friction proved productive, as both shared a deep passion for mathematics, data, and solving large-scale problems. Their complementary personalities became a powerful asset. Page was intensely focused on vision and long-term impact, while Brin brought creativity and experimental thinking. Together, they formed a balanced partnership that combined ambition with execution, laying the foundation for Google's rapid innovation and unconventional corporate culture. In 1998, Larry Page and Sergey Brin officially founded Google in a garage in Menlo Park, California. Their mission was clear yet ambitious: to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. What began as a research project quickly evolved into a startup with enormous potential. From the beginning, Page insisted on technical excellence and long-term thinking over quick monetization. Google prioritized speed, relevance, and simplicity, setting it apart from cluttered competitors. This product-first philosophy built user trust early on and laid the groundwork for massive global adoption. Despite its superior technology, Google initially struggled to secure funding. Many investors failed to understand the value of search innovation. Persistence paid off when Andy Bechtolsheim wrote a $100,000 check before Google was even officially incorporated, providing crucial early momentum. Early challenges also included scaling infrastructure and maintaining performance as users grew rapidly. Page remained deeply involved in technical decisions, pushing for efficient systems and cost-effective servers. These early constraints forced Google to innovate internally, shaping its culture of engineering-driven solutions. Google's growth in the early 2000s was unprecedented. As internet usage expanded globally, Google became the default gateway to information. Its clean interface and accurate results attracted millions of users daily, turning the search engine into an essential digital utility rather than just another website. This rapid adoption translated into massive revenue once advertising was introduced through Google AdWords. Page supported a model where ads were relevant and minimally intrusive, preserving user experience. This balance between monetization and usability fueled Google's dominance and reshaped the digital advertising industry. Larry Page's leadership style has always emphasized bold thinking and long-term vision over short-term profits. He encouraged teams to focus on solving massive problems rather than incremental improvements. Page believed that truly transformative innovation required freedom, risk-taking, and a culture where engineers were empowered to experiment without fear of failure or immediate commercial pressure. Unlike traditional executives, Page maintained a strong technical presence within the company. He actively participated in product discussions and engineering decisions, ensuring that innovation remained at Google's core. His management philosophy favored flat hierarchies, data-driven decisions, and a relentless focus on user value, which helped attract top global talent. In 2015, Larry Page announced the creation of Alphabet Inc., a major corporate restructuring that placed Google under a larger holding company. This move allowed Google to focus on its core internet products while giving independent leadership to experimental ventures. Alphabet improved transparency and accountability across the company's diverse projects. The Alphabet structure reflected Page's belief that innovation thrives when ambitious ideas are separated from daily operational pressures. By isolating moonshot projects financially and organizationally, Page ensured they could pursue radical innovation without harming Google's core business. This model became a benchmark for managing large-scale innovation. Bien Google. Larry Page became known for supporting moonshot projects' ideas, aiming for breakthroughs rather than small gains. These ventures targeted global challenges such as transportation, healthcare, and energy. Page believed that technology companies had a responsibility to pursue solutions that could dramatically improve human life at scale. This philosophy led to investments in autonomous vehicles, life sciences, and advanced robots. While many of these projects carried high risk, Page accepted uncertainty as the cost of meaningful progress. His willingness to fund ambitious experiments distinguished Alphabet from traditional corporations focused solely on predictable returns. Google X, later renamed X Development, became the experimental innovation lab under Alphabet. Larry Page envisioned X as a place where teams could work on world-changing technologies without fear of failure. Projects like Waymo and Project Loon emerged from this environment, showcasing Page's commitment to radical innovation. X operated under a unique mindset. Failure was expected, but learning was mandatory. Page encouraged teams to abandon ideas quickly if they proved ineffective, reallocating resources to better solutions. This disciplined approach to experimentation allowed Alphabet to pursue groundbreaking technologies while managing risk strategically. Larry Page has consistently viewed artificial intelligence as the future of information access. He believed search engines should evolve from answering questions to anticipating user needs. Under his vision, Google invested heavily in machine learning, enabling smarter search results, voice assistants, and personalized digital experiences. Page's long-term goal was to create a search engine that truly understood context and intent. This ambition pushed Google toward AI-driven products such as Google Assistant and advanced recommendation systems. His focus on artificial intelligence positioned Google as a global leader in shaping the future of human-computer interaction. Beyond Google, Larry invested in ventures spanning autonomous vehicles, biotechnology, and energy. He co-founded and funded companies like Planetary Resources and Kitty Hawk, exploring asteroid mining and flying cars. These investments reflect his appetite for high-risk, high-reward projects aimed at shaping the future of technology. Page's investment philosophy focuses on long-term potential rather than immediate returns. He leverages his wealth and influence to support ventures with transformative possibilities, often collaborating with other visionary entrepreneurs. This strategy extends his impact beyond Google, positioning him as a catalyst for future technological revolutions. Larry Page is famously private, avoiding media attention and maintaining a low-profile personal life. He married Lucinda Southworth in 2007 and has children, but shares very few details publicly. His focus on privacy reflects a deliberate choice to separate family life from his public persona as a tech mogul. Page's lifestyle contrasts with the high visibility of other tech leaders. He prefers modest homes, enjoys outdoor activities, and supports initiatives quietly. This intentional discretion underscores his belief that innovation and impact do not require personal publicity, reinforcing a culture of humility and focus on work over fame. Despite his low public profile, Larry Page has faced criticism over Google's market dominance, privacy concerns, and tax strategies. Regulators in multiple countries scrutinized Alphabet's practices, raising debates about antitrust laws and corporate responsibility. Page's challenge was balancing innovation with accountability at a global scale. Other criticisms centered on Google's role in content moderation, data collection, and influence over information flow. Page consistently emphasized technological solutions and ethical guidelines, but public scrutiny intensified as the company grew. These controversies shaped corporate policies and highlighted the challenges of managing a global digital platform. Larry Page envisions a future where technology accelerates human potential, integrating AI, automation, and global connectivity. He believes that tools like autonomous vehicles, smart devices, and intelligent systems can reduce inefficiencies and improve quality of life. Page's long-term thinking consistently focuses on large-scale societal impact rather than short-term profit. This vision also includes sustainable development, clean energy, and space exploration. Page encourages ambitious goals that require years of research and investment. His strategy emphasizes patience, experimentation, and boldness, demonstrating how a tech leader can plan decades ahead while shaping industries that touch billions of lives. Larry Page's innovations reshaped how billions access and interact with information. Google Search became an essential utility, while Android expanded digital connectivity worldwide. Page's work influenced commerce, communication, education, and media, creating unprecedented access to knowledge and redefining societal norms around information. Moreover, Page's emphasis on open platforms, cloud computing, and AI tools enabled new industries and entrepreneurship opportunities. By fostering innovation ecosystems and encouraging experimentation, he empowered countless developers and companies to leverage technology, demonstrating that his impact extends far beyond Google into global society. Larry Page's entrepreneurial journey highlights the importance of long-term vision over immediate success. He consistently prioritized innovation and problem-solving at a global scale, showing that thinking beyond incremental improvements can yield transformative results. His willingness to take risks and challenge industry norms set the foundation for Google's revolutionary growth. Another key lesson is the value of surrounding oneself with talented, like-minded collaborators. Page partnered with Sergey Brin, investors, and engineers who shared his vision. Delegating effectively while maintaining technical involvement allowed him to scale complex projects, proving that combining leadership, trust, and hands-on expertise is crucial for entrepreneurial success. Larry Page's legacy as a leader is defined by fostering innovation-driven culture. He created an environment where engineers were empowered to experiment, fail fast, and pursue ambitious ideas. By promoting flat hierarchies, collaboration, and transparency, Page influenced not only Google's internal operations, but also set a model for modern tech leadership globally. His leadership combined visionary thinking with technical expertise. Page personally influenced product strategy, infrastructure, and research initiatives, showing that effective leaders can be both strategic and deeply involved in execution. His approach demonstrated that cultivating curiosity, risk tolerance, and empowerment leaves a lasting organizational and industry-wide impact. Larry Page has many unique traits that reflect his unconventional approach. He is known for reading extensively across science and engineering fields, often applying insights from diverse disciplines to solve technical challenges. Despite immense wealth, he maintains a modest lifestyle and avoids media exposure, emphasizing privacy and focus on innovation over fame. Page also enjoys exploring futuristic concepts, including space exploration, flying cars, and sustainable energy. He is fascinated by long-term societal impact rather than short-term recognition. These personal interests influence his professional decisions, demonstrating a holistic mindset where curiosity, ambition, and purpose intersect. Larry Page's financial success is closely tied to Google's dominance. As of 2025, his net worth is estimated at around $100 to $110 billion, primarily from his equity in Alphabet Inc. Google's diverse revenue streams, including search advertising, cloud services, and Android, generate tens of billions annually, making it one of the most profitable companies globally. Page's wealth allows him to fund ambitious projects beyond Google, from moonshot technologies to AI research. His strategy of retaining significant ownership ensures both control over strategic decisions and financial security. Alphabet's market capitalization, often exceeding $1 trillion, demonstrates the scale of influence and power generated by his vision.